When you're reading the Bible, you figure out very quickly there are all kinds of different verses and different passages there. Some are encouraging, some are comforting, some are sobering, and I find some to be terrifying. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Psalm 52:5, listen to what the psalmist says. But God will break you down forever. He will snatch and tear you from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of the living. Is it just me, or is that a scary verse? Maybe you remember back sometime in your childhood when you did something that your parents had expressly forbidden you to do, and your father might have said something like, I brought you into this world and I can take you out. That's the sense that I get when I read this verse. He will snatch and tear you from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of the living. God is saying, I gave you life and I will take your life. God is the one who is in control here of our lives. We obviously, there are so many times when we think that we're in control of our own destiny, but God is telling us the exact opposite. Listen as the psalmist goes on. He says, the righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at him, saying, this is verse 7, see the man who would not make God his refuge, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and sought refuge in his own destruction. Who is the one that gets snatched from his tent, that gets uprooted from the land of the living? Well, the one who trusts in his own abundance and his own ability to create a comfortable life for himself. The psalmist says he trusts in the abundance of his riches. But what ends up happening is he finds refuge in his own destruction. In other words, we seal our fate when we trust that what we do, that what we accomplish is what secures our life. Now, the psalmist says right in that little middle verse, verse 6, the righteous shall see and fear. The righteous person understands that God is the one who gives us life and takes life, and in turn is the only one who can provide eternal life. The righteous shall see and fear and understand. My friends, God does not want us to be afraid of him, and yet he does want us to understand, I'm the one who gives life. Don't seek refuge in your own abundance, my friends. Seek refuge in only what God can provide, which is salvation through Jesus Christ.